you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you got style, the way your body makes my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life. Oh, I want you. Can't you see? I want you. I believe 'cause I want you. Here with me, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy for love. I don't need another love. Yeah. We do this every day. We do this love for life. You got a smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine. But I can see that you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you got style, the way your body makes my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life. Oh, I want you. Can't you see? I want you. I believe 'cause I want you. Here with me, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy for love.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome into the, time delayed as we're in, an hour change now with this fall festive times, but it's still the amazing Triple C show brought to you by the 5 amazing ladies of our community that get together on Sunday nights to celebrate people in our community. We're excited you're here. It's going to be a fun night. In-house tonight, Miss Angela Minter is going to be joining us to talk to our guests tonight, which is going to be a blast with Nancy and Dan. Stephanie Kiel is in-house tonight, joining us to hang out. We're going to send out a lot of love tonight. First to Miss Tina Marie. She had surgery on Friday night. She's feeling a little bit under the weather, so love and blessings to her as she will be taking it easy tonight. And Jen is not feeling well at all either as well, going a little bit around. Same thing I think that a bunch of us have had in the community as the cold season is hitting. She's taking the night off, and she'll be in the chat. I believe Tina will probably be listening. Ninja, Jen may be listening, Ninja. And Sammy had already scheduled time with her family with us. She was off this week already, so much love to Sammy with her family. The 5 ladies of this channel, whether they're here or not, they're always part of everything we do. Want to say welcome to everybody that's coming in brand new. If you're watching on the replay or watching in here for the first time, welcome to the Triple C show. We hope that you'll hit that like, hit that subscribe, and follow us here. And most importantly, follow our guests with everything they're doing as we get through. Don't forget to do that traditional like, subscribe, and comment in the chat or comment on the replay, whichever one is easy for you. Ladies, hello. Welcome in.
Hey.
Tonight. Welcome. I'm excited tonight. We've got a guest that's going to be really good to talk with. They're new to our community a little bit. I found them about a month and a half ago, started learning about what they do because they had a YouTube channel that really was successful, went over that 1,000 mark, and we were acknowledging them on Friday nights, and then found out what they do and intrigued. And we're going to talk about that with their Facebook group, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. So that's a good thing. So first, let's go to you guys. Time has changed. You got to fall backwards a little bit. I don't know if you fell down. I actually fell backwards right off the chair, but it happens. Steph, how's everything going for you right now?
Everything's going great. Wrapping up the end of the first quarter at school and get ready to do report cards. Enjoying the weather mostly because this temperature is just my thing. Yeah.
It is nice. That is for sure. Miss Minter, how are things with you?
I got all right. Just enjoying fall, trying to do my switch over from Halloween over to fall/Christmas.
I see your decorations are gone, so you've already made that little transition change. I love it. Well, let's get rolling here. And since Molly and Tina aren't here to stop me, I am going to wave hello tonight. I'm going to be the one that says hello, and I'm going to do it. So next week, Jen's in the chat. I better be good. Oh boy. Next week, I'm going to buy one of the hands when I'm down in Disney. I'm actually
That's right.
I'm getting a new hand when I go to Disney, and I can't wait. I'm excited about that. So it should be a lot of fun. Also, to throw out real quick too, a thank you to Jen. Jen wrote this show tonight for us. She helped me out because I had so much going on with prepping for my trip and everything going on. So I wanted to throw out to her. Thank you for writing tonight's show. All right, let's get in. Let's say hello to all the people. I'm going to use my phone here and do that. Let's do it. Fred O'Malley. Hello. Janice Disney. Welcome in. Richard Ferrari. I love the name. Welcome, Richard. I think it might be your first time here. Magic Adventures. Hello. Great to see you. Miss Minter's in the chat, and she's here. Dropping down. Stephanie Kiel's in the chat. She's here. Spaceship Ears is in the house. Hello. Good to see you, John. Thank you for stopping by, buddy. Jason Thibodeau is here. Taterhead is here. Daniel Barry's in the house. Joe Watchbrick is in the house. Vegas area represented. West Coast represented right there. Dropping up. David T is in the house as well. Hello, David T. Zippity Doo Doug. Hello, Douglas. Welcome in, sir. Mike Ballard is here. Welcome, Mike. Dave Cantrell. Hello, David. Good to see you. Paul Engel is in the chat. Hello, Paul. Welcome in, sir.
Fully dressed up.
Yeah, fully dressed. Sebastian the Crab is here. Hello, Jeanette. Kelsey Elizabeth. Hello, Kelsey. Welcome in. Dropping down. Mar in Memphis. Memphis is in the house. Mar is here. Monorail Mollie is in the chat with us here. Italian. I think I'm saying it right now. I hope I'm saying it right now. That's a good one. Hello. Welcome in, dear. Good to see you. Please tell Pino Pete hello. Theo Sam Eagle is in the house. Sean Myers says, can't wait. Welcome, Sean Myers. Thank you for coming in tonight here. And Herschelini Margie is in the house, and we'll say hello to others as they go along. If you are brand new, again, hit that like tonight. We try to hit 100 likes on every one of our streams, and help us out with a subscribe. If you are new, it would mean a lot to the ladies and to me as we go along too. Welcome into the Castles Family Vlog, joining us as well. All right, let's get into things here a little bit and do a quick recap of last week's show. We had another, I feel like I say this every week, we're having great shows with these interviews and meeting amazing people. Steph, could you tell us a little bit about last week?
I sure will. So last week was amazing. Last week was a special evening spent with a wonderful mod, creator, and just an amazing human being. Can I say that? He also supports our community, and he comes to you guys from the home state of Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
It was Mr. Paul Engel.
Yes, it was.
Have to give him a little love. All right, so we learned about his interest in collecting Disney pins and challenge coins. We checked out his channel to see 3 highlighted coin videos: the Magic Disney, a journey through the history of Walt Disney World challenge coins, the video, and more will be coming as soon as he quits moving all my stuff from North Carolina to Maryland. So yeah, he's been a little busy. We talked to Paul about his career in public safety and in law enforcement, and his moderation of channels with the Disney content. He started, of course, with Myers and the Mouse, and that was his door in during the COVID struggles, and has been in and going full force ever since. He hopes to be taking me on a Disney cruise in the future, and possibly moving to Florida and working security, hopefully at Disney at some point. So
okay. Awesome.
Yeah, we also had this beautiful, beautiful drink. If you didn't get to see it, it was in a glass, and it was all very, very purple, and it was beautiful. So it was a Maleficent cocktail drink for Halloween.
Yeah, it was exceptional.
So, yeah, if you haven't had a chance to go see it, that would be great. So if mods could drop in the link from last week, which I think they already did, looks like, you guys can go check that out. And
go back and check out that replay and any of the replays. The ladies have over 60 shows that they've completed. And if you go back and just play the playlist, check out these amazing people, you're going to be very pleased with the people that you're going to meet through this show. Welcome into A Bouncing Journey. And Stephen Singleton also joined us. JC Skipper Brian is now in the house again. If you're brand new, hit that like and hit that subscribe.
And Pete, I believe you gave away a prize last week also, didn't you, for the comment section?
I did. We did give a prize away, and it went to Gloria Thibodeau, I believe is who it went to.
I think it was too. So
was
congratulations. Yep.
Yes, awesome. We got that in the mail already. So rock and roll. Good stuff.
Sweet.
All right. Miss Minter, this week we have an amazing guest. Going to be a lot of fun. They're going to be here in just a few minutes. Tell everybody just a little insight about them.
Sure. So our show continues to deliver opportunities to find incredible new talented people in the Disney community. And tonight is especially true. This week, we are joined by passionate Disney loyalists who are focused on enhancing the experience for older adults and seniors with Disney cruises,
Mhm.
parks, and
Yep.
resorts. Their magical moments at Disney parks have inspired them to create thoughtful, heartfelt, and informative content.
Very, yes.
They have been they have seen recent success on YouTube as their channel has now surpassed at the 1,000 subscriber mark. So,
Yes.
Awesome.
congrats to them. And additionally, their Facebook group for Disney seniors has over 50,000 followers.
Yeah.
Joining us
Wow.
tonight on the Triple C Show is Nancy and Dan from Nancy and Dan Go to Disney.
Now, the great
Mhm.
thing about this couple that's coming in here is their Facebook group is focused on seniors. We all have seniors, whether it's family members, whether it's some of our people in our community, whether it's people that we know from work, people that we've met at the parks. This is one of the biggest and hottest growing sections of Disney activity, and we're going to find out a lot about more of that tonight. And it is rocking. We're excited about that. We also like to do stuff. Hello, KK. Welcome in. Thanks for joining tonight. We always like to do something where we give a little, get a little here. That's what you ladies like to do. We are going to throw an invite tonight, a bouncing journey, new to our community. If you would like to be on this show, I'm opening up the invite for you to be on in the spring format. We are booking for that now. Send me a text message, send me a direct message. We'll like to get you on the schedule. I'd like to do that from time to time on the stream and make some open invites as we do it. So we'd love to have you come out here. Again, don't forget to be ready. Moderator's going to be dropping links into the chat for our guests tonight. And if you're new to me, hit that like and hit that subscribe. Paul Engel, I'm putting you on like duty. Get us to 100 likes. That's your responsibility tonight. There. I just gave him something to do. So, one of the things that we like to do here before we start and bring our guests in is I like to ask fun questions to the ladies on our dais. So tonight I'm going to throw out a couple of them here. Angela, if you could have a conversation with any character from a comic book, who would that be? You've got your better half is a comic book guru. He has a comic book or 1, 2, or 1,000. I'm not sure.
Yeah. And I believe he knows where I'm about to go with this too. Yeah, it would be Cap.
Oh,
Yeah.
100% on
Captain
Cap.
America. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I got you. You're a big Cap fan. I get you on that. That's a good one.
Mhm.
That's a good one. And you know, it's stunning that the Hall of Fame button he made, the best one is still Cap. I love everything he does, but Cap is through the roof. Birdwell, hello, welcome in. Verna Marie, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Nanny Pooh Bear, thank you for joining as well. Okay, good question. Good answer. I like that. Miss Stephanie, we love to hear stories about how our YouTube couples met. And I believe your story includes someone special in your life. Since we're doing a couple tonight, we're doing a Nancy and Dan. I love the fact that you two have met through this community. Just give it quick. Now, Steph, quick. We're not talking 25 minutes. I'm in love with Paul. We're talking 2 minutes, real quick. Just tell everybody how you and Paul met. I think it's a great story.
Okay, so I'm not going to talk about my athletic skills. Okay, that's okay. We'll switch it. So yeah. So how did Paul and I meet? We met here on the Pete McDevitt show. So he had been on your show for a while as a mod, and I was modding on a couple other channels, but I came and took Pete's class, and I learned a lot, and I was present, and Pete got to talk to me a lot. In the football chats and other ones that he did that I was present in. And so I got to talking with other mods. And then Pete made me a mod also. So I got to talk backstage with folks. And then I realized, I'm sorry, I'm going a little long, that he had 3 boys and I had 3 girls. So I thought it would be kind of fun to talk, call him Mr. Brady, because the whole Brady Bunch thing, that was kind of our era back in the day. So
yep, that was
a little flirting going on there. And so then we just got to talking. We eventually met up, and that's all she wrote. So
love it. And that's we have right now we have the Snickerdoodle / Red Beard combination. We have the We have Paul Engel and Stephanie combination. There's so many great couples in our community, and we're going to interview another great one that you guys are going to meet tonight, Nancy and Dan, and find out all about them. Well, speaking of which, that seems to be a great transition. Our guests tonight have a Facebook group over 50,000, as they said. When I got to sit and talk with Dan for a few minutes on the phone, I realized how much engaged he was with everything going on. And then I started talking to him about his Facebook group and his passion for what he's doing and trying to bring the magic. It's an incredible thing. So I'm excited. Joining us tonight, please welcome to the chat, Nancy and Dan. Hello.
Hi, guys.
Welcome
Glad you're here.
Welcome in. There, just so you know, there will be a quiz on how Stephanie met Paul at the end of the show. So just a fun thing we do. So
I love it. That's a great story.
Appreciate you guys coming on tonight and sitting with the ladies. This is where I kind of step back and turn it over to the amazing ladies of our channel. And I believe, Miss Minter, you're going to start with us tonight?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. Let's do it.
So, if you could please share with us a short introduction for our viewers tonight to kind of get to know you a little bit better. Just like kind of a short little introduction.
I'll keep it very short. So I'm Nancy. I will just give you a quick summary of who I am, just little pointers. So I fell in love with Disney when I was a kid, went to Disney before I was a year old, and lived on the West Coast, so it was Disneyland. I'm a nurse. I am a long distance runner, and I'm a breast cancer survivor.
Yay! Awesome.
Much love to all of that. That's
Yay.
incredible. Wow. Welcome, Chris S. Okay, cool. Dan, how about you?
And I have a financial background academically in college and in the business sector. And the last 20 odd years, I was traveling a lot, and I was an adult educator in the software industry throughout the US and overseas, both ways, East and the West. And Nancy and I have our own cute story on how we met. It was through a Facebook group of all things.
Aw, awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about that, because I'm sure I'd lay money on it that Angela probably had that coming up in her question. So, am I right, Ange? Am I right there?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
I
messed
would
up.
love to hear the story of how you two got to know it. And I believe that includes yours. So, yeah, if you could share with us.
Tell us the story. I want to hear it. I'm ready.
Well, we met, we both, again, have a passion for Disney.
Okay.
And we met through a Facebook group that I don't think exists anymore.
Yeah, this seems
Okay.
bad. I don't think it does.
And it was just single adults who like Disney. It was not a dating site. It was not a dating group or anything. It was just singles who like Disney. And we happened just to meet, chit-chatting with the various folks. And Nancy and I were, I guess, meant to be. And from that, I then went over, because I lived in Toronto at the time. So pays a visit to the Pacific Northwest, where Nancy is born and raised and was
Nice.
living. And the rest is history, as they say.
That's awesome. You know what? You got to love that.
Yeah, we love Disney, but we learned that we had tons of other things in common. So it was just really a cool deal. So.
I love it. Welcome, Jay Nashville. Welcome, Gloria Thibodeau. I think it's great that, and I always love, Angela starting out with getting to know you and talking a little bit about that and be able to elaborate that. Debbie Thunert, hello as well.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that, we say this many times, that things happen in our lives, and we're all here tonight, and you guys met because somebody drew a mouse on a napkin a long time ago in 1920. Mm-hmm. So that's really cool. All right. Good job, Angela. I love when we start it that way as we go through. I guess we're going to go over to Steph now and talk some new questions here. Miss Kiel?
Yes, I was just writing down. I wanted to tell Nancy that I was born up near the Puget Sound in Whidbey Island. So
I was born in downtown Seattle, lived all around the area. So very familiar with Whidbey Island. And
there was an active naval base back in the day. So there, and that's where I was born there. Anyway, long long story. One magazine wasn't that long. But anyway, so yeah. All right. So today we want to talk about 3 endeavors that you two have embarked on in the Disney community. One being your Facebook group, another being your YouTube channel, and thirdly being your travel company. All 3 are intertwined with the theme of Disney for seniors, even though you guys are too young to be seniors. I guess you're just giving advice to the older folks. Can you tell us how you arrived at your inspiration for the content?
You take it? Do you want me to take it?
You can go ahead and take
Okay. So I retired in 2020, right into COVID. And I already told you I travel a lot for work. And then we love to travel to Disney and non-Disney places. Yeah. And so I thought, what's the travel industry all about? I wanted to learn about the travel industry. So I connected with the host agency and we started our own, local travel advisory service. And from there, then thought, well, if you're going to be in travel, you got to promote. So we started the YouTube channel, again, on our own experiences at Disney. Okay. You do not live in the Orlando, Central Florida area. You do not live in Anaheim. We're in the middle of the desert here in Phoenix. So it's not like we can go over to a Disney park when a new merchandise drops.
Yeah.
Or a new attraction reopens from being refurbished. So then thought, well, YouTube channels, everyone's gearing it towards the middle-aged and younger, kids, the young families. Very few have anything on from the senior experience, and then even fewer are done by seniors, where it's seniors behind the experience, sharing their experience. That then had our focus of our YouTube channel to our experience as seniors at, again, Disney, parks, resorts, cruises. And then Facebook group, we noticed we couldn't find any Facebook group geared towards seniors, where seniors could be comfortable and feel safe in a sharing environment where they wouldn't be afraid to ask what they may think is a quote silly question, even though there is no such thing as a silly question. But ask a question, and who's going to give them answers but their peers who have the similar type of life experiences at our age group, where we are seniors. And I was about to close the group because in early August, and then something magical happened. It just exploded from like 50 members to, again, now it's 100 times that, if my math is right, over 50,000, 57,000, I think, when we come on air tonight. And one feeds the other. And so we started doing YouTube videos on our YouTube channel to help support and gain awareness in the overall Disney community that seniors want different vacation experiences, let alone different types of Disney vacation experiences, and have different needs and so on.
Okay, that's good stuff.
And I think that's needed because folks are living longer. People want to go see the parks. They want to travel. They want to do kind of what you guys are doing, right? To travel the world and see things. And for you to be that information for them out there is awesome. And, I think it really helps when you can relate to the folks that are giving you the information, and
hey, Steph, Jeanette's putting also, just so you know, Steph, Jeanette's putting their links for their Facebook and their YouTube into the chat. So as you guys are talking with Steph and they're talking tonight about this, please make sure you're giving them a follow on their Facebook and their YouTube channel. Sorry, Steph, go ahead.
No, it's all good. Go ahead, Dan.
I was just going to add, and we're not the experts. Yeah. We're not the experts on what any senior should do at a Disney park or on a Disney cruise or at a Disney resort. The group have taught Nancy and I so much and given us so many wonderful ideas about their experiences and what they liked and what they did not like and how they do Disney vacations now. It's incredible. We're just the facilitator.
Right. No, I think that's fabulous. I think it's wonderful that you all are doing that. And the older I get, the more I appreciate you guys. So that's awesome. And by the way, again, not old enough to be seniors. I'm just saying. You can say you are, but we're not going to believe it. So
do you want me to pull out my Medicare card?
Oh, anybody can get one of those. Now, come on. Dime a dozen, I tell you. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So in 7 months, your Facebook group, Disney for Seniors, has grown to over 54,000 members. That is crazy, guys. What makes your group so special and stand out from other groups that are similar?
It creates a safe environment for people who are, I'm going to say, over the age of 50, because we have a broad spectrum of ages on the Facebook group. We moderate it in a way that there is no silly question. People can ask questions or share experiences without, an angry bird. I'm just going to use that because we all see it on all the Facebook groups. And I just shake my head because it's like, we may have those thoughts in our brain, but we don't necessarily need to say it out loud, And
Right.
So, we get that. I mean, you're going to have that, whether you have 500 people or 50,000 people on a Facebook group. But we truly work very hard to moderate that group to keep it safe, fun, effective in helping people who are trying to, plan a trip or just want to share their experiences and love for Disney.
Well, that's evident by having so many followers there. They feel safe and they want to be there. So
we also
awesome.
have some very tight zero tolerance policies.
Good.
Anything to do with travel agents, for example. They are notorious. I can speak from that now because I'm technically in the industry.
Right.
But travel agents are notorious for just going on a Facebook group to get clients. And so whether it's or politics or self-promotions, and it goes to the extent that we do not let people in who have on their Facebook profile pictures. The one you see beside when they write a comment.
Yeah.
Don't allow anybody that has any political travel agent self-promotion profile picture or in their Facebook name. If they change it after they get into the group, they're gone. It's a zero tolerance policy. And so much so, we're travel agents, but we don't accept any new clients, members of the group. Because otherwise it'd be a conflict of interest and we think would jeopardize our perceived and actual independence. Now, people want some help. We have, and it really, Pete, to the first show when you invited me on, I mean, I have a list of travel agents, not just the ones specialized in Disney, but who specialize in Disney for seniors and mobility challenged and multi-gen groups. We vetted them. And we give their names and bios out to members of the group when they ask. We don't get a commission or kickback or any of that stuff. It's just to help people out because we've arrived at our golden years, and everybody has a right to enjoy them as best they can.
That's right. Without being hounded.
Welcome in. Before we go over to Sparky with Pink Diamonds, thank you for joining tonight. I guess, two things I want to throw out there is one, Dan mentioned the travel agents that he has vetted that work with seniors. And if anyone needs that information, he has given that to me. I have that available. I'll be glad to share that with anybody that has any questions if you're looking for that. The other thing I should throw, which I think is kind of a unique little fun story, the fact of as Dan and I were talking and getting together, I said, hey, Dan, tell me about your group. I'd love to have you on because I was excited about what they're doing. And we're talking on the phone and he's like, wait here, let me just send you the link. And I'm like, it's not working, Dan. Your link's broken. Dan, I'm like, and then he's like, I sent you the link. I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, your link's broken. Right. So come to find out, I had been kicked out of the group because of their strict rules, which is fine. I respect that. Every group needs to have their regulations. I had gone over there and shared some of our show stuff that we do for this show and our Friday night show, because I, believe that everyone, whether they're young, old, or indifferent, should have a chance to see the Disney magic that we try to believe. And his moderators did their job and they took it out because it was looked at as a promotion. I love the fact that they have a very strict site over there because it is a safe haven. It is a place to go. You're not going to get one rule one day, one rule the next. It's a straight board across there, and I think that's a great thing there. So I thought that was funny, though, as we're sitting there. I'm like, Dan, you might need to let me back in. So We did love you back. We did love you back then, so that was a good thing. So, Sean Myers, thank you for subscribing to the Showtime crew. Let's go back over to Miss Angela, and let's talk about a couple other different topics.
Sure, yeah. In addition to normal Facebook feed, where readers can post their questions, there is a section for guides. How is this section different, and what can your readers find there?
Do you want to take that? Okay. Well, as the Facebook group, Disney for Seniors, was growing exponentially, it became apparent I couldn't even find posts that I had done.
Mm-hmm.
And again, our members have so much wisdom that they share freely. So we started the guides as a placeholder. The word guides is a misnomer, but that's what Facebook calls it. So fine, we'll put it in the guides. And so we've created 5 guides. So when a new member joins and says, I haven't been to Disney for a while, whether it's Disneyland or Disney World, and just wondering what should a senior expect, or how should a senior go about having a Disney Parks vacation? Well, I have a comment saying, hey, don't forget, look up at the guides, because there is one literally on how best to experience Walt Disney World as a senior. Or another guide, people come in saying, I've never rented a scooter before. Who should I go with? And there's another guide on scooters and ECVs at Disney's parks, resorts, and cruises. So these guys are nothing more, because remember, I'm just a retired Medicare card carrying senior with a couple of hobbies.
Yeah, right.
Again, we are not full-time salaried employees as many of the larger bloggers or Facebook groups are. It's just on free time. So these guides are nothing more than collection of posts that either Nancy or myself or the members have started a discussion with 50, 100, 200, 300 comments that I've just tagged and put into the guides. So it's not a former manual, 1,000 pages on how to install a dishwasher kind of thing guide.
It's not an endorsement by you either. It's just what the people in the community. That's the way I'm understanding what I liked about you. You're not trying to tell people you should do this, that, or whatever. You're letting the people speak and put their words in there, and letting the people make their own decisions based on your community given feedback.
Exactly.
So
we've got 5 of them. I mentioned the third one's about Disney Cruise Line, again, from a senior's perspective. Another one is where we hold links to our podcasts that we've been invited to. So yes, later on, this will be up there, probably tomorrow morning from Disney Play. And then the 5th one, and this is where the seniors taught me, how the seniors experience can be improved at Disney parks. And so there are several posts, most of them with hundreds of ideas from seniors on how their experiences can be made better at Disney parks. And so that's the 5th guide. So whether it's a senior who's just curious, whether it's for myself as, okay, where are we? Maybe I can be another YouTube video to promote a certain aspect of, or maybe it's for the Walt Disney Company and Disney parks.
I love
to
it.
take a look into that guide.
That's awesome.
And I should also note over there, first off, welcome into Follow the Bradleys Fun. Thank you for being here. And Miss Debbie Bernfeld has joined us, much like Jen and Tina. She's a little bit under the weather as well. So thoughts and love to her as well. I should also note in here that when I brought up to Dan and Nancy about the fact that Chris and I are going to redo a follow-up to our disability video that we did about 2 months ago. He was extremely excited about letting his viewers all know about that. And we have that lined up for the 26th, which we'll be doing. And I'll probably be bouncing some questions off you too before we do it. But I wanted to highlight that because, again, it stands to the integrity of Nancy and Dan and what they're trying to do with their group. So, Angela, sorry.
Okay, so looking forward, what are some long-term goals that you have for the Facebook group?
long-term goals.
Short term, it's surviving another day of accepting about 800 to 1,000 members wanting to join and betting.
Wow.
Those are the short term goals.
Wow.
Long term, it's a continuation of the safe environment for seniors to help other seniors enjoy Disney as much as they do, as we all do. And absolutely, if we can have Disney parks start to listen.
Yeah, exactly.
To help seniors. There's many simple suggestions in there, easy to implement, won't cost that much, to other more grandiose, but they're all great ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, you think about Disney markets to families primarily. I mean, if you think about the videos and the marketing they put out there. But yeah, Dan and I, go to Disney extended trips at least twice a year. And we notice as we look around, there's a lot of people like us and older, especially when we're there on an off-season time where the kids might be in school. And, we're not alone. And it would be, that's a big amount of money being generated for the parks with people like us, and so I think that our wishes and what our needs are need to be looked at. And so that would be my hope, is that as this grows, those that could make changes are listening.
Hope so too.
I think it's a great point. That kind of comes to the comment there that was put up by Nanny Pooh Bear, where she said, hey, I've written to Disney with suggestions that would make Disney parks better for seniors, like a map of where to rest and more benches and seating specifically for seniors, which is, all great stuff. Great ideas there. Welcome in, Ray Mazur. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for coming in tonight. So, okay, cool. Where are we going next, Miss Angela?
We're going to go over to you, and we're going to talk about the drink of the week.
Oh, drink of the week. I love this segment. This is something we started a long time ago, where we ask our guests a drink that they love and tell us a little bit about it. I've learned some new drinks over this time. When I showed Miss Minter the preview beforehand, the drool, she had to get a napkin to wipe up her drool off of her thing here. So we've asked our guests tonight to talk about their favorite beverage of the week. This comes from LakeLifeStateOfMind.com is where I pulled most of my information tonight. Nancy and Dan, I'm going to ask you to talk a little bit about the spiked Dole Whip recipe with coconut rum. Tell us a little bit about the magic. Welcome, Hat Boss Ghost. You're about to find out about a great drink. Dan, Nancy, I'll turn it over to you for a second. Tell us a little bit about this drink.
Oh, well, I was trying to think of how many years ago it was at Animal Kingdom. At the Tamu refreshments, they introduced it, and I'm going to say it must have been about 8 years ago, or 7 to 8 years ago. And when we found this, it was so great because who doesn't love a good Dole Whip? And then with a coconut rum floater, it's just really quite amazing. And then just the location of where the restaurant is, or the counter service where you can get this drink. It's right by where they have live entertainment frequently. Also really close to the bathrooms. And then it's also got seating behind it. So there's like an area that's behind the refreshment area that you can take a break. So it's just a perfect, I just love that. Refreshment. It's just, a nice part that we build into our Animal Kingdom day.
It's very yummy.
Nice.
And I do believe they also serve it over at the Polynesian, at their Polynesian hotel where they have their Dole Whip walk up.
I believe I have seen it there as well.
Yeah.
Bouncing Journey says, love the Dole Whip drink at Trader Sam's too. Can be dangerous, can't taste the alcohol. That's very true. I'm going to go to Stephanie first. Steph, what do you think about this one?
Well, I can tell you, I've had them, and they're fabulous. Yes.
Oh.
They're absolutely fabulous. It's like a milkshake. It's so, with fruit. It's great.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Miss Minter,
I'm trying to make it at home. I have not done that. I don't know. There's just a few things I set aside that are like special things for my Disney trips. So I kind of keep it sacred there.
Yeah.
And you can also get it, as we did. We're very fortunate to get it a couple of months back at Alani.
Alani, yeah,
They have it there as well.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Didn't
Yeah.
know that. Learned
Nice.
something new there.
It's
Okay.
right by the beach, so it's kind of nice little.
Okay.
They're where
Original
their
Dole Whip there,
is
too.
down by the
So, yeah.
beach area.
Okay. Miss
Yeah, that
Minter.
looks like it would be a lovely beach drink.
Oh,
No.
yes. Oh, gosh.
I'll put you over under 3.5 then
Yeah.
on you for a beach drink.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, hey, Angie, kind of put that on our checklist for when we're over there.
Darla, Aliens Wear Green Hats. Welcome in. Thank you for joining tonight as well. All right. Well, one of the things we always try to do is we have the fun questions at the beginning. We always let I let the ladies ask our guests some fun questions. So, Angela, I'm going to go to you first. What do you got there?
Okay. If you could witness any historical speech, which one would you choose?
Ooh, that's for each of you. So we'll let Nancy go first, and then Dan.
Well, sadly, and I don't know if it's sadly, but it's just the speech I would love to hear would be, excuse me, Martin Luther King Jr. and it's "I Have a Dream," and it's I read through it word by word today just to kind of refresh myself of the whole context, but in the way things are in this world today, it's just that idea of having a dream that everybody is free and not judged by female, male, what color you are, what religion you are, all of that. So it's kind of a serious thing. We're talking about Disney, but
that's okay.
That I think still holds true today. So
it's a great answer. I love that, and one of the most iconic in history. So yeah, Dan, how about you?
Mine is one no one has heard of, guarantee you.
Okay.
But it actually wasn't a speech, but it was an article, and was written by the president of the insurance company where I worked up in Canada.
Okay.
And that it's just the title says it. Good enough is not good enough. And that has motivated me in various aspects of my life, not just to accept the status quo. If something is, that's nice. Oh, that's okay. Well, how could it be better? And that led to the YouTube channel for seniors, the Facebook group for seniors, and yes, improving the seniors experience at Disney cruises, parks, resorts, and so on. Because we have and Disney does a fantastic, hands down, bar none, the best of anywhere in the world experience for guests of all ages. Yes, including seniors, in my opinion. Yes, including those who are mobility challenged. However, there's always room for improvement. It can always be done better. And so that would be mine. And his name was Donald Waugh.
Donald Waugh.
He's passed away now, but up in the Toronto.
Well, God rest his soul, but that sounds like a great topic for a speech. I like that. Okay. Steph, what's your question tonight?
All right. So my question is, what is your favorite way to relax and unwind at the end of a very long day?
Well, when we're at home, because I work from home, I'm still working, unlike Dan, who's retired. I always start my day with something I consider relaxing, which is I go for a run and then I start working, and then a glass of wine is always nice to sit and relax after work. But if we are talking about when we're on our vacations and how we spend our days relaxing and what that would look like, it's like we love to just go to the Disney resorts and enjoy people watching or sitting by the pool if it's warm enough. Of course, we're very acclimated to Arizona now, so it's a limited season in Florida that we think that's warm. And, it's just taking in the scenery. I love the parks, but the resorts do it more for me a lot of the time now as I've gotten older. So.
Okay, good deal. Dan, anything else you want to add?
Ditto.
Okay. Good answer.
That's the easy way out, Dan. I need to challenge you on this. You can do better.
That's perfect.
I'm just the teacher in me. I'm sorry.
Let's Steph, why don't you just keep things going? Let's go right into the next segment.
Okay.
I know you've got some other great questions.
Okay, so before we get back to the questions, we heard that Nancy's beverage of the choice. We heard about that, and I thought it would be fun to hear about Dan's Epcot beverage-related routine. Do you have a beverage routine?
Yes, I should have been wearing my shirt that goes along with it. I'm not going to leave and go change because, again, we have so much time. All right.
Yeah.
So I worked right out of university, right out of college for 2 months on a student job exchange program. And where should I be assigned to? Again, talking about fate, was up in Leeds, England.
Ooh.
And
a good soccer team.
Came home, after a couple of months and so on. But Leeds, you can take the boy out of Leeds, you can never take Leeds out of the boy. And so I have this retro Leeds United kit, as they say, or jersey, shirt.
Okay.
And across my chest is the word Strongbow. That was a sponsor of Leeds United, 20 years ago for a couple of seasons. So when it's nice weather, I like to bring that shirt, that jersey with me to Disney World, wear it on Epcot Day, go into the Rose and Crown. And when they ask what would we like to drink, again, ladies first, Nancy will say what she would like. And all I do when I'm asked is pointing to the word Strongbow across my chest.
Well, and I will add, what is fun is since they brought back the international workers to Epcot now, the last time we were in Florida and at Rose and Crown, the kids there that were our servers were so excited that Dan was a Leeds fan. And I don't know, it was just really, really cool to interact with them because they probably don't get that a lot, with that European football. Yeah.
Love that.
Well, that's interesting. I have to tell you, Nancy, a soccer player that plays for Seattle Sounders in the MLS, Jordan Morris, he actually went over, I think it was Leeds. He went over a year or two ago on an exchange program to go play soccer for them for a little while. So I thought that was kind of cool. But of course,
the Sounders are huge in Seattle. I mean, it is like soccer had a hard time in Seattle, but then when it came back, it's been big.
It's good. Yeah. Awesome. So, all right, moving back on to our other questions, our more serious ones here. So let's talk about your YouTube channel for a second. Dan and Nancy travel to Disney. What can seniors and those traveling with seniors find on your YouTube channel?
So I'm going to talk about one video that we did specifically, and it was before we started the Facebook group, is that we were deciding to do certain videos of things that we couldn't find. So when Dan and I were planning to go on the Wish, we went a year and a half ago on that cruise. That was my first ever cruise, period. And we were staying at Disney World at one of the resorts. We had the transportation arranged through the cruise line. But, I was curious on how that was going to work. And there was very few videos of it. Most of them were from the airport. And I thought that is something that is needed, what's that process? What does that look like? And I don't get to voice a lot of the videos, but I did do that one. And it's funny because that one was like our biggest viewed video because it was needed, and that became evident after, we were this small, we just had started. I got Dan a GoPro camera in that June. So we had just started, and it was, so it showed us, what we were thinking that we were looking for, other people were as well. And so that's, perspective Dan's using as he produces videos for our YouTube channel.
Yeah. Okay. So it's from the perspective of seniors, that's us, for seniors as well. That's our that's what we're trying to reach. And then I mentioned earlier that the members of the Facebook group have taught us so much that we've started to alternate between our experiences at Disney resorts, Disney parks, Disney cruises, and trying to increase awareness of what seniors would like to see improved at, I'll just use the word Disney parks, resorts, theme parks. And so we're now sort of alternating every other weekend. One weekend will be a video from our experiences when we've gone somewhere, say Vero Beach. Well, here's what we found wonderful at Disney's Vero Beach Resort from our perspective. We think other seniors will like and enjoy. And then other videos, and they've been, quite honestly, the highest by far now watched and liked videos, where seniors really wish at Disney parks they could add this, and this to improve the seniors' experience. Again, one of the members wrote seating and shade. That's right up there as one of the most common requests. But even something like handrails in the bathroom stalls, where you may not be using a scooter, you may not be using a walker. But golly, as you age, absolutely. Sometimes it's just, challenging just to, how can I say this delicately, get up from your seating position.
Your throne.
When there's nothing to grab onto.
Right.
Or handrails in the showers, where you ever wonder why it's the towel rack right beside the shower at any hotel, not just Disney Resort Hotel, but it's the towel rack right by the shower. That's always loose, frequently loose. Well, why is that? Well, you're trying to get out of the shower, and if there's nothing to grab onto, you're going to grab onto the closest thing. It's the towel rack.
You're exactly right. I never thought of that.
So, and then just research that I've done then again to promote awareness. Just wrapping up one that'll come out next weekend on what's park admission offerings at Disney parks around the world. And I'm going to tell you, I was shocked. And I don't, as Nancy can tell you, I've been around the bend and, I don't shock easily. I was shocked at some of the differences of the park admission offerings on the 4 Disney resorts that do not reside in the United States. Just shocked at what they're offered there. And so again, but that's inspired by or motivated by the members of the Facebook group who had some things to say about that led me to let's look outside the US.
Okay, cool. All right, let's go over to Angela. Where are we going now, Angela?
So we're going to talk a little bit about the travel business. So seeing that you are a travel business and document your travel experiences on social media, can you tell us what Disney properties around the world have you visited, and tell us if there are any locations that are on your bucket list that you haven't been to yet?
Oh.
Well, we have not visited parks outside of North America. So, but on our bucket list is Asia. So, I would love to if we're going to go that far, to see all 3 locations, Tokyo, Shanghai, and Hong Kong. But I think that would be really great. We haven't traveled to Asia. We've been to Europe, but we haven't made it to Disney Paris yet. But yeah.
But we've been to Vero Beach. Love that. That resort is so chill. If anyone ever gets the opportunity to go to Disney's Vero Beach, it is so different from the Disney resorts at Disney World or Disneyland. It's unique in its own way. Just as unique in its own way is Aulani. It's not a water park surrounded by a hotel. It's incredible. And shockingly, some might think, yes, for older adults and seniors, not just for little kiddies and rugrats and younger families. We had an incredible time there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful resort, really is.
Yeah. And again, many of the resorts at Disney World California Adventure, the Grand Californian has a special place in our hearts, had some very nice stays there. And many more Disney places to see around the world for sure.
Okay, cool. Like it.
Amazing.
Okay.
So shifting for a second, would you tell us kind of what would a perfect day for you in the parks would be?
You take it? Okay. So we are early risers because Nancy's a runner. Right now, Nancy is training as her sister is in Redding, California, for the Dopey, the 5K, 10K, half marathon, full marathon on 4 consecutive days this January down at Disney World. So we tend to get up 4:30 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and then we're out the door by 5:36. So we're early risers. So Nancy could do her run before work. So our perfect day would be, we'd get up early, Nancy can go do a training run. I can go to the gym or take my GoPro and say, what haven't I filmed yet for the 15th time around wherever we're staying at Disneyland or Disney. Then we'd go to whichever Disney park for the morning, get there at rope drop since we're already awake. And with the early park admission for staying at Disney property, do our favorite rides in the morning, and then head back to the resort around noon, 1 o'clock, and then with this nice weather, hang out at the pool. Just chill at the pool. And Disney resorts have some outstanding quiet, I call them quiet pools. Disney calls them leisure pools. But quiet pools, there's no slides, no water slides. It's just very chill and relaxing. And then if I've had my afternoon nap, then we will not only go out for dinner at one of the incredible hundreds of restaurants at Disney World, 50, 60, 70 restaurants at Disneyland. But then we'd stay for one of the shows at night at one of the theme parks. Or if we have a balcony view that I can see the fireworks, then we just might hang out on the balcony afterwards with our glass of wine.
Nice.
And watch the show.
Nice.
Sounds like a great day.
The life.
Sounds like an awesome day. All right. I think we're going to head over to Steph. And
I do have to ask you, what time do you go to bed in order to be able to get up at 4?
Oh, yeah. So I can fall asleep to the TV at 8 o'clock, no problem. I mean, part of it is even before I was avidly running every morning, or most mornings, being a nurse, I became a nurse later in life. And my first job, I had to be at work at 6:30, ready to go. So this is for someone who is a night owl that used to stay up until 11, midnight, to flip it. And once you do that, it's when I'll say, oh, let's sleep in on the weekend. And then it's like 5:30 and I'm awake. It's just, it just doesn't. Yeah, it's my time clock now. But yeah, so it requires a nap if we're going to do late stuff. So yeah.
Well, I mean, but when you've been up since 4, you kind of have to. So, right. Yeah. Okie doke. So, being avid Disney fans, I'm sure that you have some Disney collections of your own. Tell us about your coffee mugs, your holiday decorations, and ornaments.
Well, I created a display that I'm just going to slide over. It wasn't hard because I love Christmas. So Disney does Christmas. I mean, it's like, yeah. So I've been collecting ornaments since I was, I don't know, a teenager. So this one. So we got some fun things. But, this is just like this is stuff we've gotten this year. So we got this. This is like a new thing that they're doing at a lot of the hotels. This is from Milani. They're in September.
And this one. Camera, you can see where it's from.
It's Castaway Key.
Castaway Key.
Yeah, cruise. And then these are the funnest thing. Dan started buying these for me when I did run Disney runs. I don't do them. I kind of was doing it like almost every year, but I don't do them that frequently anymore. Run Disney runs. But yeah, and then Dan's like Angela, a cat fan. So yeah.
He's back there dancing right now. I put up on
And then as far as mugs, I'm a Tinkerbell fan. So I've had
Ooh,
this
pretty.
a long time. I don't even know if they sell it anymore. And then I always love getting Christmas ones, but it has to be, Disney doesn't always market Christmas stuff I like. Last year was a little rough, but this one.
Oh,
That's very cool.
Oh, that's cute.
that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, so magical moments are one thing that make Disney stand out from other vacation destinations. I heard that you've had a few of these. Can you tell us some of your magical stories?
Sure, I'll take this one.
Dan's got a 1, 2,
Okay.
3, so we'll let.
So we have 3, and I'll do them in reverse chronological order.
Okay.
So picture it, 2021,
Mhm.
and a young couple wanted to get married. Their names are Sean and Veronica, our oldest son and now our daughter-in-law. And our wedding present to them was their honeymoon. They initially chose Hawaii. So Nancy and I decided, okay, they're going to go to Hawaii. We're going to go to Disney World. You can't get much further away than that, right?
Mhm.
So after a little while, and let's just say, guess who now is going to Disney World? Although slightly delayed parallel times, but we had a few days together with Sean and Veronica. And so magical moment number 1 was not just spending time with them, but when Nancy and my last day, and we were finishing up breakfast outside on the boardwalk. And who should come walking very quickly out of the boardwalk bakery was Veronica. And I can't remember if she still had her mouse ears on or not, but she was, because Sean and Veronica were meeting other friends.
Mhm.
So Veronica comes very quickly walking out, and she stops. She sees us, and she comes right over to us and just gives us the best hug we've ever had,
Oh,
bar
That's
none.
awesome.
She had never been to Disney World before. Disneyland, yes, but not the world. So that's number 1. Going back, this is circa 2013, 2014. So Nancy and I spent a long weekend at Disneyland. We were able to secure a Grand California room, and I had called guest services before we left saying, well, here's some things that Nancy would like. Can you do this, that, and that? Well, one of the things I asked, not expecting anything, I said, I don't suppose you guys could, put some rose petals on the bed, would you? The display that they did, and it, for nothing, no additional cost. How un-Disney-like is that?
yeah, that's true.
But and it wasn't just here. Let's just throw a bunch of rose petals. They had it positioned like
I love
4 across, 3 across. It was 2 petals with a leaf from the rose plant, and we have shared this picture on the Disney for Seniors Facebook group.
That's
And
awesome.
it was spectacular. It just made the whole weekend be more romantic.
Oh.
And then the third one is going back to circa mid 1990s. So we brought my first wife and I brought my 2 daughters, Bridget and Jennifer, to Disney World for the very first time.
Okay.
Bridget had special needs from birth and used a wheelchair. And so we're in Magic Kingdom. And again, that's an age. It's real. It really is Mickey. And remember that commercial? My gosh, Goofy is really that tall, that big. Right? It's real. And so Bridget's in her wheelchair, and she's watching her sister doing something with one of the elf characters. And then we all go to something else, Magic Kingdom. Well, the Winnie the Pooh character motioned to me that he wanted to push Bridget's wheelchair.
Wow.
Okay. So imagine that Bridget is in her wheelchair, Winnie the Pooh is pushing it, and I'm on this side and Jennifer and her mom are on this side, and I asked Bridget, if Mom and Jennifer are over there and I'm over here, who's pushing the wheelchair? And she gave that look that 5, 6-year-olds can give when they're thinking hard, and she turns around. That look on her face when she saw it was Winnie the Pooh pushing
my gosh.
her wheelchair. That's what made it for me to become a Disney lifer. Just that, and how much pleasure the Disney cast member gave my daughter.
This,
That's it. I'm done. Game over. I'm just,
those are
Disney
those
forever.
are three
Man, awesome.
three beautiful stories. And thank you for opening up and to share those with us.
Thank you for asking. Seriously.
That's a great question and a fantastic, even better answer. Make sure everybody that you are subscribed to our guests tonight. They have a YouTube channel and their Facebook group. Here's the thing, if you're not a senior and you're like, that's not for me. Well, maybe you have a mom, a dad, a cousin, somebody at work who might apply to that. Let them know about the group. Tell them, hey, go check this out. They're growing like wildfire. And again, if you're new to us, we do interviews like these amazing people every Sunday night with the 5 ladies of the Triple C. So please hit that subscribe tonight and the like. If we don't get to 100 likes, we got to do something to Paul Engel or something. I'd like to take the next segment, if I could, and talk with Nancy and Dan. We always ask our guests if they could share a channel or 2 or 3, up to 3. We give the guests the choice of channels that they really has something caught with them, or they want to endorse, or they want people to check out, or they think it's fantastic and they just want to shout about. And this is a good one this week. It's one that was actually brought to my attention a while ago, and we actually highlight them every week on our channel. Guys, tell us a little bit about Ear Scouts and their 70,000 followers over there.
I just stumbled across Ear Scouts with the whole Genie Plus and the videos he put out for that, and fell in love with just his channel and how he presents material. It's, he's just a genuine person, and presents information that is valuable, and it's a channel that's not focused on him so much, but to provide a value to especially the whole lightning lane, and explains it in such a easy way. And he's expanded some of his videos, like they've been able to go to Tokyo and Paris, and it's it's just presenting the experience so that others may can enjoy it that wouldn't be able to go, but yet also providing I feel like it's valuable information for any age group.
Well,
In an easy way to understand it. He's very easy to follow as he's talking about stuff in his videos.
love that. Make sure you guys check out Ear Scouts there on their channel. They do a great job, and we highlight them every week. Before we go over to Angela, I know she wants to do she's put together, got a recap here that's really good. Dan, I know that you had asked me real quick in the prep for the show if you could acknowledge. You had 2 people that I guess are moderating for you, really putting a lot of time in, and you wanted to highlight and acknowledge them. And I just wanted to give you a real quick moment to do that, if you would.
Well, thank you so much for doing that. Again, we're all volunteers, right? We're not salaried employees well, I'm not of anybody's in that regard. But Jillian Hayward, and she is half of the British Snowbirds YouTube channel. And it's great because when she's not, living in the Central Florida area part-time, she lives over in the UK. And so that's wonderful. So she can take on the UK members who want to join and moderate that and so on. So, and she's wonderful. And then Chuck Duff as well. He is very involved with the Main Street Mouse people for, I think, 15 years or so. And again, he does a great job. He's and both of them are great sounding boards. If we come across a situation that I'm going, what should we do about this within the Disney for Seniors Facebook group? I'll frequently send a quick message to Chuck, and then copy it, paste it to Jillian, or vice versa, saying, what do you guys think? How should we handle this? So they're also great sounding boards for us as well. So again, tip of the cap to Jillian and Chuck for just helping us out so much, and helping us to keep the Disney for Seniors Facebook group as a wonderful experience for all the members, as it has become.
Well, we're so excited. We're going to meet both them and their spouses when we're down for Thanksgiving. So,
Awesome. Well, that's fantastic. And I love that. I speaking firsthand, you can't do this type of stuff unless you're surrounded by incredible people. So that's a great thing. So much like these ladies and the other three who aren't here. So awesome. Hats off to them as well. Angela, how about a little quick recap for me here? And then we're going to talk about next week's guest and tidy up things with our guest tonight.
Right, so we had another amazing show tonight. Some highlights are we got our guest enthusiasts shared stories about their Disney collections and highlighted memorable magical moments from their visit to Disney destinations, capturing the unique charm and wonderful wonder that makes each experience unforgettable. They spoke passionately about their travel business, describing how they document Disney experiences through captivating social media posts and detailed updates on their Facebook group and website, inspiring others to explore the magic of Disney properties. We chatted about the Dole Whips and with the coconut rum floater, which looks absolutely amazing and has totally hit my list of things to try. A refreshing treat found at Disney's Animal Kingdom, perfect for a tropical twist with the park experience. I encourage everybody, make sure to leave a comment on thoughts about the interview, drinks of the week, any other ideas or suggestions that you may have, because you never know when we may actually have a giveaway.
Well, I will say that I am going to Disney this week, and I am going to buy a giveaway for next week's Sunday show. So Jen is actually going to run next week's show for me since I won't be here. I asked her if she would do that. She said she would. So I'll make sure that she gets that so you guys can give one away for one of our guests this week. And speaking of next week's guest, Stephanie, who do we have coming in next week?
All right, we're thrilled to announce that next week we'll be chatting with another amazing West Coast creator on the show, and we can't wait to dive into their unique insights and experiences. Our guest has built an impressive YouTube channel with 1.85 thousand subscribers and a collection of 599 videos showcasing their dedication and passion for creating engaging content.
Yeah.
On next week's Triple C show, our guest will be diving deep into his incredible website, ridetheteacups.com.
Oh, yeah.
Sharing insights and stories behind the platform that brings the Disney magic to fans everywhere. Our guest is selecting the beverage of the week, and it's the Oogie Boogie Bash Green Apple Lemonade Cocktail. So we look forward to that.
Yeah.
We're excited to hear all about his festive drink and what makes it a standout choice. Next week on the Triple C Show, we're thrilled to welcome a well-known name in the community, Steve from Ride the Teacups. And we can't wait to dive into his Disney insights and adventures.
It's good. That's Stephanie. That's great. Yep. I'm excited about that. He's a really good guy. Hello, Corby Sinclair. Welcome in. He's a really good guy. His website is dedicated to helping other people and doing things. Very positive family creator. Looking forward to seeing Steve next week. I should have been ready because I actually had. Hey, there's the Steve logo. There we go. Joining us next week.
Yeah.
I'll try to do more jobs than one tonight. I'm not as great as I could. Let's do a quick recap here, as we always do, as our final thought of the night. This can be anything we want. I always let the ladies go first, then our guests, and I finish it out. Miss Minter, would you be kind enough to start our final thought of the night?
I'm happy to. First off, thanks to Nancy and Dan for joining us tonight. It was actually really good getting to talk to you, being somebody who actually sometimes does travel with a senior. I actually just did a trip with my mom, so there's things that you have to navigate, which it's great that you've got this Facebook platform that, I'm going to be jumping over to join myself here soon, to learn some more so that when she's traveling with me, I can help navigate some of that a little better. So it's been great getting to chat with you guys and learn all sorts of different things that you guys try to put out there for us.
Thank you.
Also, too, want to say we miss you, Molly and Tina. I hope you guys get better, and I hope Sammy's having fun with her family.
Well said. Well said. Steph?
Thank you so much for being here with us tonight and taking time out of your day to just share with our community all that you have to offer on your channels. Really appreciate that. It was such a pleasure meeting you, and I hope to one day run into you, and maybe I'll see you on your Facebook page too. So if you see my name, say hi. With the other 50,000, so yeah. Okay.
50,001. That's a good
Yes,
thing.
there you go.
Nancy,
Yeah, room for one more.
Yes, there's always room for one more. Triple three knots. Nancy and Dan, your final thought for tonight.
Well, thank you so much for having us and highlighting, what we're attempting to do with, putting the focus on Disney for seniors, and that there are seniors out there going to Disney, and it's okay. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not weird.
Not at all. Not at all.
That's a good thing. Dan, anything you want to add before?
Again, just so appreciative of the opportunity for your invitation, Pete, and for inviting Nancy and myself on to talk about, not just our Facebook group and our YouTube channel. Yes, hit that like button and subscribe. But also understanding that seniors, as one ages, we're all going to get there.
Yeah.
One does want different types of experiences for a whole variety of reasons. And we are just so thankful of all the members of the Facebook group who have taught us so much and made it such a pleasure to be involved, and negligible drama compared to many other Facebook groups that we used to belong to. It really helps the moderators tremendously. So thank them for that.
Absolutely. First, I just want to say thank you for not deleting or hanging up or anything when some crazy guy named Pete reached out to you out of nowhere and said, hey, would you like to be a guest on a show that I think is one of the best on YouTube that these five ladies do. I appreciate you sharing your insight and what you're doing, and to tell your community over there that you're over here obviously also helps us. So hopefully some of those amazing seniors will find some of the shows that we do here and realize that we believe that Disney's for everybody, and we want that magical opportunity for all who are going to the parks. Secondly, I want to remind everybody again, if you have not, we've been dropping the links in for Nancy and Dan for their Facebook group and for their YouTube page all throughout the night. If you're watching on replay, check it over, give it a follow, check out what they have going. I think you'll find the magic. And again, as I've said many times, share the Facebook group if you know a senior in the family, a friend, neighbor, whatever. Tell them a little bit about it, write it down, send it on an email, clip the link, all that kind of great stuff, and just let them know about it. It's a great way, and they're growing over there. Just a little bit of time that I've known, it's blown up, and I don't see it stopping anytime soon. Just a reminder that their Facebook, if you're looking for it, is Disney for Seniors. Disney for Seniors as you're going over there, and their YouTube page, of course, is Nancy and Dan Travel. They had a great drink of the week when they came up with their coconut rum, and we're excited. We say a sincere thank you to our guests tonight for joining us here tonight and being a part of everything we do. If there's ever anything we can do, I'll ask you to hang tight after we get off here for just a second backstage. If there's ever anything we can do for you or for anybody in your group, we welcome them to reach out to us. Finally, I want to finish by saying, yes, I agree with Angela. Much love to Tina and Jen. Get better soon. Definitely miss Sammy. Miss whenever any of the five of you aren't here in the mix. I always miss, and I think the community does too. And thank you to Jen for. I was stressing a little bit this week, and Jen jumped in and said, hey, give me all their stuff and let me write their show for you. So Nancy and Dan, tonight's show was written by Monorail Mollie, even though she wanted to be here. She did a great job. And the ladies, the great thing is, for those who are coming in new to us, I've asked all the ladies to write some shows. In 2 weeks to next week, Jen's writing Ride the Teacups, and she's going to run it. A week after that, Angela is going to be in my seat because she is writing Monorail Mollie show. So we've got some good shows up here on it. Leave you with this. I'm going to Disney tomorrow. If you're down there, I hope I see you. If not, make sure you're spreading some of the Disney magic somewhere. This has been the amazing ladies of the Triple C Show and our incredible guests tonight, Nancy and Dan. We will see you on our next broadcast, everybody. Have a good night.
You got a smile that makes